Good morning, beautiful people, man. It is January 29th, bro. It's Friday. We did it. Another TGIF, man. Thank you guys for coming in and checking out these videos. It's Friday. We did it. Another week has come and gone by, and I hope you're all safe and sound wherever you are in and around the world. If you're here in Toronto, we're dealing with a little bit of that sticky, icky snow, dude. So drive safely, please. Shovel your driveways, and just be a little bit more patient, dude. Go a little bit slower. And if you're not in Toronto, if you're anywhere else that's not dealing with snow, live your bestest life. I hope you're all doing well. And I hope you're all spending time getting to, work on yourselves, better yourselves a little bit here and there. And yeah, man, we're growing every day. We're growing every day. It's exciting. It's exciting. Every week, you guys, every day I get up and I'm just feeling grateful for the things that I have. And I'm becoming more appreciative of my surroundings, of my home, of the things that I'm doing. Little by little, man, things are starting to make sense, and I have a lot to be grateful for. So thank you guys. And just a few seconds ago, man, that was a little bit of I'm learning how to play the guitar, dude, for the first time in my life. 31 years I've never held a guitar in my life, and I came into my possession about a month ago. So I got that and started to play a little bit. I'm using an app and I'm learning how to play one song right now. I mean, it started off very slow, but at least I know how to play a couple of strings, which is nice. And yeah, man, I've always been a huge fan of music. I've told you guys it's saved my life in so many different ways, so many different times, but it's good to know how to play an instrument. If you guys play something, or if you sing or dance, whatever it is, man, I love being creative. And it's just one of those things that I'd like to. Next thing, I really want to, down the line, if I can get myself to. I've always wanted to play the solo part for Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. Man, if I could learn that song and play it for myself on the guitar, dude, that'd be so dope. But it is what it is, man. One step at a time. I mean, 2 months ago, I never thought I'd even be playing anything. I never tried it, and it's really fun. I encourage you guys, if you're having thoughts about picking up a new skill, do it up, man. And it's just first you start to do it for yourself, and if you whatever, it expands your horizon, and it's just it's fun. And for me, it's been meditative, dude. For the past month, I'll sit down for 10-15 minutes every day, concentrate a little bit on my fingers, on my hand moves, and learning little by little. I mean, I don't expect anything. It's just fun. I enjoy it. I'm doing it for me, and thought I'd share a little bit with you guys. Yeah, I'm learning how to play, I forget the song's name, but it's knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. So, yeah, dude, I'm knocking. I'm knocking every day, dude. You guys, I'm very excited this week. So many things have happened, and I know that I'm on the right path. I know I'm doing the right things. It's consistent. It's little by little progress, but finally some of the stuff that I ordered online arrived. I'll show you this right here, right there. Inside this little package right here is some magical stuff, and you guys will see what I'm talking about in approximately 2 weeks, dude. We're taking off. We're launching. We're taking it to the next level, dude. I told you we're going to go on other platforms too, man. It's been Instagram and YouTube for the time being, but in 2 weeks, things are going to shift, dude. Things are going to shift drastically, and I'm excited. Going to be doing some work around the studio, setting up a proper space that I could start recording from different angles, and I have now narrowed my choices of laptops, dude, down to a couple of laptops that I like. I'll be getting a laptop because I do essentially, I've talked to you guys about this before, but the goal was to make these videos longer, make them better, and I want to be working on the quality right now. Some of you guys might be checking out these videos on Instagram. The quality is not so bad. If you check it out on YouTube, you'll get the full-length video, but what I've noticed when I use the iPad for the recording, there's a little bit of a line in the middle of the screen when you cast it on your TV. And visually, it's been alright for the time being. I'm taking my wee little baby steps, right? Learning, bettering it, but these are things that I like to better. So as soon as the laptop comes, I'm going to be working on editing these bad boys, and we're going to get a little bit more structure, basically. I do want to let you guys know in on the things that I'm doing. So, you know, we're moving, we're progressing. It's one step at a time, it's one little degree every day, and it's just bettering it, man. It's bettering it. And I gotta be patient, and you guys gotta be patient with me, you guys gotta be patient with yourself. That's one of the things that we lack these days as a society. Patience. Everybody wants everything ASAP Rocky, right? You want results, you want everything overnight, and Rome wasn't built overnight, dude. We gotta take it easy, we gotta take it slow, we gotta make little teeny tiny adjustments here and there, and we're doing good things. I really, really see it. I really, really see it. It's been a blessing, dude. I mean, I know we're in the middle of a pandemic. I'm not oblivious to that fact. Trust me, dude. Your boy's been impacted just like you guys. You know what I mean? But I like to make lemonade. Excuse me, I've said this before, but I like making lemonade out of life, you know? Can't just be sitting around making excuses and whatnot, and I'm very happy about that, dude. I've actually, looking back, it's been such a wild ride so far, and it's so cool, dude. And I'm just at the beginning of this journey, and I really want to encourage you guys to, you know, go after find what you're passionate about, find what gets your juices going in the morning, what do you get excited about, and focus on that and make that your career, dude. Don't depend on too many external forces to come and, like, if you're looking outside just waiting for, like, somebody to, like, come and pick you out of a crowd or give you, you know, a free ride or a free meal, that shit doesn't happen. It's, I don't know. I think you gotta make your own moves. I think you gotta make your own, not to take away anything from, like, teamwork and collaboration, because I'm a huge fan of, like, collaborating and working with other people, and I'm so blessed, dude, because over the past 10 years, I'd say over the past decade, I've taken a really good look at my life and have tried to assess what needs to be eliminated, what needs to be added, and it's not perfect. I don't think it'll ever be, but I'm striving to better myself, and little by little I'm seeing the results, you know, picking and choosing the people that I hang out with more wisely. You know, when you're a little bit younger, you have way more people around you, but as you age, for me anyway, I don't know, you guys might be different and to each their own, but I'm a huge fan of good relationships. I'm a huge fan of quality over quantity. You know what I mean? I'd rather have a few good people around me instead of being surrounded by, you know, 10 or 20 or 100 people that are just, you know, you get stuck in little echo chambers. Have you guys ever caught yourself in an echo chamber? Not to say that it's like, it's really good to have different friends and different groups, but if you consistently hang out with the same people all the time, and if you've never experimented with other people in terms of forming relationships, then your point of view and your perspective is going to be very narrow. So I encourage you guys to challenge yourselves, not to say that you need to go about your life like eliminating people, or it kind of happens naturally as you grow, and if you're willing to learn and grow, and that's what I've always kept reminding myself, I have to always have this, like, childlike ability to want to learn and be eager, and when it comes to learning, this is how much ego I've got. I've got no ego when it comes to learning, dude. Because I know in certain things I have a lot of strengths. I have a lot of abilities and talents and skills. Certain areas, I know I need help, you know? I know I need assistance. So I seek that assistance out and I try to learn. And the best thing is to, you know, learn from your peers, learn from your friends, learn how to essentially fish. You know, I don't like people giving out fish to each other, but teach each other how to fish. That goes such a long way, dude. It's a blessing. And again, there's so many people that I could go and, like, thank on a one-by-one basis in terms of, like, what everybody's done for me in terms of, like, because I've looked at people throughout my life for whether it's inspiration or maybe a positive role model, and there's just too many people that have done so many great things that I've tried to, you know, accumulate a little bit of positivity from each individual person, add it to my life, and try to, you know, emulate that some way or another. And that's the thing. A lot of times I think when you're younger, I know for me when I was younger, I thought I needed to invent the wheel, dude. I thought I needed to do something extraordinary in terms of, like, I needed to be the original blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Have you ever had those moments? And then when you get a little bit older, you realize maybe the wheel is fine. Maybe the wheel just needs a little bit of, adjustment. Maybe the concept of the wheel is perfect, but it just needs a little bit of adjustment every now and again. Change is never easy. Some people don't like change. Some people like to be like, yo, we made a wheel like 2,000 years ago, dude, and it's not your perfect like round wheel today, but it's a octa ring or it's a square ring. And you're like, well, have you ever thought about, maybe shaving off the edges a little bit, have it roll down a little bit easier? But some people really get stuck on having built something a really, really long time ago, and they have a difficult time either collaborating or letting go or learning new things. And that's a detriment. If you have that type of mentality that you think you've either done something on an individual level a long time ago and therefore you shouldn't strive to do anything else, or if you think you've done something collectively a long time ago and you think you shouldn't be striving to do anything else, man, time's gonna move on. Time's gonna move on and you're gonna be stuck in the past if you think that way. But if you're willing to learn, man, and we should all be willing to learn. I'm a little baby when it comes to learning, and there's so much to learn. There's so much to learn. The thing that like my dad taught me, and we didn't get a chance to speak too much, but some of the teachings and it was just mostly like in terms of how he behaved around me, or said a few phrases here and like when I was young, a couple of things that was a no-no in our house was like the concept of boredom, like being bored. This was like a no-no in our household. I remember, going up to my dad, be like, I'm bored, and he literally just tell me, like, deal with it. Create something for yourself. I'm not here to entertain you, you know what I mean? Go play outside, go play soccer, go play basketball, go play a video game, go draw something, go read something, go do something. What do you mean you're bored? And that's how I learned throughout life that even if I'm by myself, even if I'm not traveling anywhere, even if I'm just restricted to one little area, I can self-entertain and have such a wonderful time and occupy myself, dude, and I'll be doing different things. And that's how I've learned to really appreciate life and enjoy the moment. And I don't have the full hang of things yet, but I think I'm getting better at life. I'm getting better at life, dude. I'm getting better at doing life. It's an art form. Life is an art form itself. Like learning how to live a good, healthy life, a balanced life, where you can have fun, where you can do things, where you can question things, where you can step out of your comfort zone, where you can encourage others to do the same, where you're willing to make mistakes and learn from them. And when you're willing to make mistakes and let others make mistakes too and be okay with it. Because at the end of the day, man, nobody's perfect in anything, you know what I mean? We might even have like little tiny expertise in different fields and stuff, but at the end of the day, nobody's a perfect specimen in any form or shape. And if anybody preaches that or talks like that, then they're full of bullshit, dude. They're full of bullshit. If somebody's like fucking coming out there telling you there's some sort of magical fucking guru or some sort of they've got a recipe for you to follow that's going to determine your happiness, and life is beautiful, life is full of magic, but you got to find that magic for yourself, bro. It can't just be handed down. It can't just be, there's nothing you can, it's like liberating the mind. It can't be liberated for you, you can help yourself. That's what I'm trying to get at. You can help yourself. And that's what I've been doing, man, for the past decade, more so in the past 5 years, and even more so in the past couple of years. I've been really taking it to that next level of, again, expanding those. I can't really expand my arm here, but expanding those arms, expanding those wings, you know what I mean? Attempting to fly. It's important, man. It's important. And it's fascinating to look at your progress. It's really cool shit to see just like what you develop as. And here's the ultimate thing, like I think about a lot of things. Nietzsche said something really cool in terms of like wanting to better yourself. He was one of the original, I guess, movers and thinkers in terms of a transhumanist movement. And that, when I say transhumanist, that has nothing to do with the biological sex changing operation. It has nothing to do with that. He talked about a concept of overcoming yourself, right? Meeting your Superman, meeting your Superwoman, exceeding that. What does that mean? Essentially, becoming your own Superman or becoming your own Superwoman. It's attempting, at least, to self-actualize. And what is self-actualizing, you're asking me? It's basically trying to attempt to meet your fullest potential in every realm possible, right? Because a lot of times, like, I think people have I don't have a fear of, I've dealt with a lot of, like, difficult situations in my life, and I'm completely okay with the concept of death. But I think a lot of people have a difficult time grasping that idea. And I think for me, I don't have a issue with death. What always scared me when I was young, and even now, what scares me is, like, one day, whenever the time comes, that my physical being's gonna, be separated from whatever, whether it's a spirit or a soul or a mind or whatever you guys want to call it. My biggest fear has always been in that moment of passing on, is if I were to be given a chance to, meet my current self at the time of passing and have a meeting with my self-actualized version, the fullest version of myself, the version that could have been whatever, like, my potentials could have been, you know what I mean? And everybody has different potentials, right? So, like, if I look at myself and be like, where's my potential in terms of, like, the athletics? And I've pushed myself when I was younger, and I pushed myself the other day to just get a reminder of where I'm at physically, right? Push myself mentally. Read a few things that are challenging for me. Try to digest it. Try to see different things from different perspectives. And my fear of death is, but I think I'll get a good handle of it as I'm aging. My fear of death is not the dying portion. It's the portion that one day I might realize that I'm not reaching my full potential. That would be very painful for me. That would be a heavy blow to me. So that's why I try to just live in the moment, try to better myself, and enjoy life, dude. Every moment I try to, like, laugh, smile. Even, like, that's the thing. A lot of times what I'm noticing, even with comedy and, like, doing these podcasts, is I'm finding my own way of doing things. I may get a chance to go on stage one day. I may not, because times are changing. I don't know what's going to happen 6 months down the line. I don't know if it's going to be a quick recovery. But what I'm learning throughout this whole procedure is that my way of comedy is so different than everybody else's, and I'm so appreciative of everybody else's work too. But that's the thing, you start looking at anybody who's doing anything, it's not that they're being extremely original, it's that they're bettering the wheel. You look at every comic that I'm like, oh, that's really cool. You pick that topic and that's how you decide to talk about it. That's really neat. Sometimes I'll see a comic talking about a topic that it's, like, not my cup of tea, but it's nice to see that different perspective, because I'm like, oh shit, that person thinks about the same topic that I've been thinking about, but in a little bit of a different way, a little different perception. And it's just like, it's nice to see that. It's nice to hear that. And what I'm learning about me is I'm kind of, like, in between. I've got my childlike curiosity about life, and I think I'm free to the point where I don't care about the repercussions of being silly or goofy. I don't care if you guys see me dancing in my living room. I don't care if you guys see me acting goofy, making mistakes, being slow at something, doing something in an odd format. I don't mind that. That's my procedure. And it's good to learn from other people, but that's what I'm trying to say. You should be doing whatever you want to be doing, but putting your little spin on it. And that's what I'm trying to do, man. And I think overall I've shown you guys that this is my way of doing things, dude. I've originally, in one of the first, like, few videos in the beginning, I think even on in terms of why I picked to, like, disclose, like, artists on top of my Instagram page, because I hate and like that term, again, because it allows me to do everything that I like, because it's a wide paintbrush, and in that context it's appropriate for me. But in terms of wanting to narrow down my focus, it's definitely wanting to focus on comedy. And why do I want to do that, you guys? And as we're progressing and as we're moving forward, and as I'll be introducing you guys to the new platform that I'll be working on, I just want to be me, and essentially the way I see it is I've come to realize that comedy is my passion because I come, you know, from a world of, in my childhood I've been exposed to a lot of like traumatic scenes, my background's, I'm a child of revolution and coup d'etats, right? I'm a child of extreme, like I've seen extreme scenes of violence. That's why I can't advocate anything violent, I like fighting in a ring. You'll see me talk about sports in the UFC, but when it comes to like serious conflict, that's why sometimes my comedy is definitely going to be hitting notes that, going a little bit deeper on some topic. But that's the thing, I'm realizing in the beginning I was kind of like hesitant because I'm like, maybe the public doesn't want to hear what I've got to say. Maybe the public is not interested in certain topics. Maybe the public doesn't care. And as soon as I start putting things out, start to get a little bit of attention, start to get a little bit of noise around it, I noticed that, no, you know what, dude, as long as you've got something decent to say, and I think if you've got good intentions, people will listen. And my message is I want to be a voice, not the voice. There is no the voice or anything like that, right? I'm just an individual, just like you guys, a human being who thinks in his mind that comedy is perhaps the best medicine to heal the world. You know what I'm saying? Because there's like so much conflict everywhere. And luckily, I'm blessed enough to realize my situation. That's why whenever I'll talk to some of my friends or a neighbor, this and that, and sometimes you catch people on a bad day, they're having a bad day, that's completely understandable. But sometimes you guys might hear me talk and I might come off or sound as if I'm a huge fanboy, or sometimes it might become like I'm rooting for Canada and Toronto a little bit strong, a little bit too much. But that's reality of the matter is the reason why I love my city and my home is because it's such a wonderful place to live in. It's such a privilege. If you've, come from another place where there was war, if you've experienced horrible scenes in your life at an early, it's so nice to be in a peaceful environment, dude. It's so nice to be able to go outside in the evening anytime I want without having to fear for my life. And I'm a dude speaking, right? Imagine if you're a lady living somewhere else. So when I see people sometimes complaining, oh, our city's this and our city's that, I love my city, dude. I love Toronto. The only reason why I would ever contemplate leaving is if I can better myself somewhere else. You know what I mean? If I can better myself somewhere else, I'm open to. But for the time being and for what I'm actually realizing right now, I think Toronto's probably the best place for me. I think Toronto is a wonderful city, and we have so many resources and amenities. Whatever your heart desires, we've got it. Whether you're into the arts, whatever type of music you're into, whether it's gangster rap, hip-hop, rock music, folk music, jazz music, you name it, we've got it. The city's the bomb, dude. You want food? We got all sorts of food for you, dude. I'm talking from Middle Eastern cuisine to European cuisine, whether it's Italian dishes or French restaurants that you can, find around the city, or so many different other ethnicities and races that have all come over the years together and formed this beautiful society, and everybody for the most part gets along super well, dude. Like, it's so nice to have options. Like, I love going down the street one day if I get hungry. There's wonderful Indian food. Another day I might walk down the street, I might get hungry, and if I want to treat myself, I can get a nice fish taco from this Mexican restaurant, dude. And it's fucking beautiful, dude. It's the little things that count, and it's not even little, dude. That's the thing, I think in the West we got a little bit too soft over the years. We got a little bit too caught up in, again, the decadence, the excess. But if you've had the chance to travel a little bit to places that are not on the level, you realize what you got, and then you want to come back and add to it and make it better. And that's what I'm trying to do, man, little by little, make it a little better. You guys, I've been writing a lot, and this is silly shit that I want to just read to you. A couple of sentences are silly, the rest of it, well, have a listen, because it's I write a lot, and this is just something. This is a small portion of it. I write in different forms. Sometimes I'll write in my journal for my personal well-being. Sometimes I'll write in my notebook for my jokes or ideas that I'm thinking about, and sometimes I'll write on a notepad, and it's a mix of both a journal and an idea and kind of like a vision board, but like in written format, if you will. So I write down all my ideas and the things that I want to be doing, whether it's in the next couple of months or in the next. I've got plans. That's what I try to do. Have some sort of an agenda, and overall, I'm very happy in terms of where I'm at for the time being. But in the next 2 weeks, we are definitely going to be amping it up and taking it to another level, trying to make it a little bit more, in my eye, I would say, make it look more professional looking, make it have more of a steady feeling to it. I want it to feel like a genuine show for you guys. I want you to, and it's going to take me time. It won't be a perfect hit on the first one, but in 2 weeks, okay guys, in 2 weeks, I've got the equipment, it's coming in, and we're going to change it up. And we're going to, like I said, this is a slow burn, and I'm going for the long run, baby. I'm going to be here for a long ass time. So let me just read you what I wrote. Actually wanted to start off with this, but I figured I'd play you guys a couple of notes on this guitar that I got. But whatever, man, it is what it is. I just want to say shout out to Spiders for being the OG cast members and the OG broadcasters and the OG web designers and web developers. And shout out to Spiders for working with that original Sticky Icky, okay? I just wanted to share that with you guys. Very simple. Oh, man. And then I wrote something else that's... follow me on this one, okay, you guys? Follow me on this one, we'll see where it goes. What did I write here? Let's see. I wrote, the continents move about an inch every year, so in about 250 million years, they will join each other to form what scientists dub Pangea Ultima. What sounds like a great name for a car. Introducing the all-new Pangea Ultima, self-driving, self-cleaning, introspective mover of man. Made with the finest synthetic material. At Pangea Ultima, we make fake shit feel real. And then I wrote, imagine all the continents joined. What's the point of having countries if our great-great-great-grandkids will be all from one country? Which really makes me question any country who rules through religion or force. If all the continents were joined and an asshole leader got in the middle, right? Let's just call this middle area like Middle Earth. And this asshole leader, let's say hypothetically, right, used religion to control all the people and resources of this hypothetical place called Middle Earth for his own purpose and his own little posse. The rest of the earth should be pissed, right? I mean, imagine in Middle Earth, this hypothetical place. This magical land exists where all the people are really cool, but there's some leaders with some shitty, sketchy people around them who they use to rape people, behead people, hang people, beat people, murder people, execute people, silence people, disappear people. Man, this shit gets crazy, right? Thank God we don't live in a world where people don't give themselves the permission to speak on behalf of God and say that they're the voice of God. Thank God we don't have people who abuse religion for their own good. Yeah, man, imagine we lived in that world. I mean... Yo, I told you, man, I'm in it to win it. Your boy's coming back, dog. Boy's coming back one day at a time. Thank you guys for coming in and checking out these videos, dude. We're kicking butt, taking names every day. There's so much happening in and around us. Before I leave, I don't know, silly shit, guys. It made me laugh when I wrote it down, okay? Don't judge me, but judge me and don't judge. No, don't judge me. Or judge me, whatever, man. You can do whatever you want. A lot of things in the news, man. Like, it's crazy. When I talk about these things, it's crazy how different parts of the world, like, control their people. And, like, you look at a place like Russia, right? There's a opposition leader right now who's, if I'm not mistaken, this is how you pronounce his name, Navalny, if I'm not mistaken. having a difficult time, man. Having a difficult time, and I don't know too much. I don't have too much deets about it, but yeah, man. In some countries, if you speak out, if you do anything to criticize the government, next thing you know, you're being snatched up. You know. Or if you say something about some countries, next thing you know, they're slicing and dicing, bro. Slicing and dicing. They send you a little nice hit squad. You know, they'll come do some operations on you, dude. Some countries do that shit. It's sketchy. And that's why I'm grateful. That's why I'm grateful, dude. You know, that's why I feel blessed and lucky to be in a part of the world where I can say the shit that comes out of my mouth and not worry about too much of it. You know what I mean? If you guys want to make fun of me, make fun of me. I don't care about that shit. But the fact that you can't speak your mind is so anti-human. That's the devil's work, if you ask me, dude. If you're shutting people up, if you're making people that to me is the meaning of like Antichrist, you know? That to me is dark black magic, you know what I mean? Because I believe in magic, there's good magic. But in some places of the world, man, there's some sketchy fucking black magic, and people, it's easy to actually really identify. Just look, if you want to, you're like, who are these magicians you're talking about? Who are these evil magicians you're talking about? Look at the ones that are dressed like evil magicians, dude. Doing evil shit, making people disappear, executing people, flogging people. That's the devil in human form. It doesn't have to be Voldemort, you know what I mean? Or it could be, in some sense it is. And I don't have the answer or the solution, but I think a part of that solution, one part of that solution is working together and preserving what's good, you know? And Toronto, Canada, yo, your boy's here for a long time, and I'm gonna do my best to make everybody around me, whether it's friends, whether it's family, I'm gonna try to be that positive impact, dude. I wanna brighten up people's lives, I wanna make you laugh, I wanna make you think, I wanna make you appreciate what you've got. So it's a blessing to be living in Canada and the US, dude. So if you got up this morning for whatever reason, you're not feeling tip top, right? Shake it off, baby boy. Shake it off, baby girl. Shake it off. Have a look around you and start working on yourself, dude. Make yourself laugh. Make yourself happy. Do something that you like. And little by little, you'll see that positive impact is going to just ripple off and impact other people too, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys are all going to have a blessed weekend. Be safe out there. Have a lot of fun. And please, you guys, if you like the videos, and I know you do, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Like the videos on Instagram. Hit subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. Share these with your family and friends. That's all I ask. And we're going to see each other on Monday, boys and girls. Ladies and gents, that's all for today. Peace out.